so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls
in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass of your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what?
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20.
Mike back 2.
Here we go, here we go. Sponge. No.
Check 99. Check 99.
Go, Bandit.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wait,
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the screen. Jugger.
Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl in. And now look at him go. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
50. Right, 58, right there. Watch the run. Bang. Can I go 5-0 here?
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady gets it to Gordon. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Brady's throw there complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the pass. Out.
Brady gives to Michelle. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Watch out.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try and pound it in with Burkhead. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
2 times, 2 times. You got 3 down, 3 down. Check. Check 26, check 26. Where's your alpha?
Here's Brady.
Let's go deep.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Charles Harris make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Really talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Hey, check my 180. Here we go.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And he hits Drake. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Go ahead. I got one. Bravo.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the backer. Hey, 166.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 4. 72.
On the ground, this is Michelle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Wait, set. Green 80. 45. Hey. Hey.
On 2nd and 12, Brady finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's got another first down. As he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
28 yards. And the Patriots first down.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Shift, shift.
Mike, 45.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On the ground is Michelle. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. We got 4.
From the gun, it's Drake. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A first throw for the backup, Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
You got tight right there. Check.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, color. Good.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
I got 5-0 here.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Go ahead. Hey, echo. Come on.
22. All right, T, let's all right.
80 weapon.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22.
Kill. Hey, exit.
Mike 22. I'll get him.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Forced out to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach. Only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground.
58. 58 to Mike. Watch the run. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike.
Jeff, go Jeff.
58, right over there.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. On the toss play, this is Drake. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
58 for Mike.
Yeah. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Now on 2nd and 16. Fitzpatrick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
What's the run? They're running it.
Check 45.
Left.
Check 45.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Complete. Smith has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, 1st half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Brady now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And Watson has it right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Brady closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
3 down.
On play action, now Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway.
We got this.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on first down, Drake again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch.
PPP.
Watch twist.
Watch that. Watch that.
On second down, it's Drake. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
64, weak.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Running on first down with Ware. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen, throw left side complete. That's Drake. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
PPP.
Hey, Haywood.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. He goes underneath to Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They begin with Michelle on the ground, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. That's out to his running back, Michelle. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
To throw, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady. He hits White, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd and goal, Brady has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run with Drake. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, Zoo.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it with us.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. On the ground, Michelle. Devon Godcho up to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, Bolt 66. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check it, reload.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
15 yards on the play, first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that
Go.
Give me that ball.
They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick dumps that off to Ware. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Hey, orbit.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick, and he whips that one incomplete there. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Right back to him on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Regular.
We got 3.
Brings up second and 7. At the 20.
On second and 7, Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I got you, son. I got you.
Hey, high 7.
22's coming.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Hug. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Rosen will throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Cut.
Third and long here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie.
Silver.
Check 52.
Check 3.
Blue draw Corkers.
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And to the surprise of exactly nobody that watched this game, it was the 40-something-year-old Tom Brady again that led the way.
And do you get the sense that if we're fortunate enough to be around, you might be saying, and to the surprise of no one, it was a 50-something-year-old Tom Brady who led his team to victory.
If he is still playing at 50, that's the greatest accomplishment in the history of sports.
I believe that if he decided to still play into his 50s, he would still be effective in the league. That's how good he is.
So for New England, a win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.